Okay. Show me.
Hi there guys, welcome back to the Dutch CC channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. Look what I've got. I've got me a bag, as you can tell. The Racer X fpv ET5. And I've already shown this frame in a couple of videos. For instance, in my review of the stack I'll be using on this frame. And in this video, I'm gonna take a close look at this frame. Now, I have to tell you that I've been meaning to build a quadcopter with these frames for ages, for at least a year. So here it is, finally I am. On the Racer X Facebook page, you come across beautiful builds. Very nice looking builds with colorful canopies, just like mine, blue and orange. And also prints on the frame. Mine doesn't have prints, more on that in a second. So let's have a close look at this frame. Now this is for a build project of mine, obviously. And I think I should do a separate video in which I tell you what parts I'll be using and why, just in case you want to build along. And also I always do a presentation video of the parts I use for my projects. So that'll be coming up. Again, in this video we're gonna take a close look at the frame. So the frame itself, the star of the show probably, together with these nicely printed canopies. And a bit of a backstory, these frames are actually cut by Beta FPV. And if you are familiar with these frames, you might have noticed that Beta FPV also sells these as ready-to-flies or bind-and-flies. And I'll have links to both this frame, which is an American product, yes. They are again all cut in the same factory by Beta FPV. Racer X then sells these as kits with the printed parts, and these aren't available at Beta FPV, as you probably know. And again, Beta FPV makes a couple of ready-to-flies with these frames, with both the 5, 4 and 3-inch versions of these frames. Actually, I have a 4-inch version of this frame ready to fly from Beta FPV coming in. Okay, so again, this frame is very I can bend it, yeah, but it takes a lot of effort to bend this frame. It is definitely well cut and apparently the right type of carbon fiber. Then for some dimensions, again, it's a 5-inch frame, and front to back it's 14 millimeters, left to right. It looks to be, yeah, also 14 millimeters, so it's a true X. And the wheelbase is almost 20 millimeters. So 200 size 5-inch quadcopter this is. Now we see some mounting holes in the center of the frame. The slits you can obviously use for your battery leads. And you can mount your battery sideways or front to back. And then the outer holes, these 4 outer holes are for the canopy to be mounted on, like so. And then the holes inwards from that, so these are for your stack. At least if you want to use a whoop style board, which I am. So that'll fit on like so. And hopefully you can see that, but there's some wiggle room, there's some levions for, slight differences in board size. And then we've got these holes, and I actually don't know what those are for. Maybe you can enlighten me. I don't know what these holes are supposed to be for. You fill me in the comment section below if you know what the inner holes are meant for. Okay, so it's not a symmetrical frame front to back, as you can tell. You've got this brace over here, and then you've got this structure over here. And in most photos I see of these builds, this is the front. Now, if you order this frame, it's obviously your frame and you can build it whichever way you want. but this looks strongest and most impact resistant, and probably this way the least amount of the frame will be in your FPV view. So I think that's why we've got this arc over here. Now while we're at it, let's also check if everything is squeaky clean, because I always check, is there carbon? No, nothing at all. This is a 100% clean frame. I've also noticed that everything is chamfered. I'll also check that on the 4-inch quad I have coming in, so we can have a bigger sample size, if you will. But this one is immaculate. Yeah, nice chamfering all around and 100%. Well, there's actually a little bit of carbon dust. Yeah, from the chamfering. Okay, 98% clean. Pretty clean frame. So, if you are familiar with these Racer X frames, you know that they are all about being very light, right? But also about their looks, at least to me. And well, they put a lot of time into making their canopies both smart in design, but definitely also to look good. And this one is no exception in my humble opinion. So these canopies will accept, let me see, micro cameras. And I will be using a micro camera, a Micro Phoenix version 2 from Runcam, which is conveniently also blue. And so let me see, yeah, these canopies have some air inlets for cooling over here, and they also add to the looks, I guess. We've got this fin, which has a small hole in it, and that is to zip tie your FPV antenna to the back over here. Very, very nice. And then you've got two mounting holes over here. I hope that's visible. A bit hard to get light in there, but there are two mounting holes for your camera. So depending on how deep your camera actually is, and I expect that you could, yeah, you definitely should be able to run a Caddx Vista in this frame. The canopy will then sit up a little higher, I guess. So I'm not sure if it'll be ideal, but it would fit. So yeah, maybe eventually I actually will. For now I'll be building this quad analog. So, but yeah, great looking canopy, and orange and blue, and my motors are actually also blue and orange, and again my camera is blue, so that all works together very, very nicely. More on my configuration in my presentation video of this project. So the result of this project should be a lightweight racer, so let's see how light this frame actually is. The bare frame comes in at 33 grams, and the canopy is mandatory, so 41. We need one strap, 44, and are these TPU arm protectors mandatory? Well, I guess they are. And one anti-slip mat, even though you won't use the entire slip mat, but there you go. Oh, that weighs actually nothing. And then the wire protectors, and 48 grams. 48 grams in all. That for a 5-inch quadcopter is pretty light, especially for how stiff it is, in my humble opinion, and with a canopy and such. 48 grams, that's definitely light. So guys, that was a quick look at this Racer X Twig ET5 frame kit. And what can I tell you? Yeah, I'm happy that it's well built, it's well finished. And about the weight, I think there might be, well, other frames in this weight class, but most of them aren't as stiff as this one. That's the main benefit of cutting your entire frame out of one piece, I think. Yeah, there is obviously a downside to having a one-piece frame. You can't easily replace one arm. Then again, this will be a light quadcopter, so crashes won't be as impactful as, well, on a heavier quadcopter. That's not to say that you can't damage these frames at all, obviously, but it'll be harder. And again, I will be doing a presentation of this project. There is a playlist already for this project, and I'll link that up there for you, a playlist. Go have a look. Maybe by the time you are watching this frame review, there will be already, well, maybe even flight videos with this quadcopter. And if you are left with questions, hit me up a comment down below. For now, I want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video. Bye bye.